Welcome back to the BookEnds YouTube channel. I'm James McGowan.
I'm Jessica Faust.
We are literary agents who have taken our popular blog to YouTube to discuss all things publishing. And today's video is an Ask the Agent short where we're answering your questions that you leave in our comments. So this one is inspired by a viewer question from Fluffy Spun Sugar back in May. May 2022. Thank you.
I love Fluffy.
Yeah, thank you for asking your question. You asked us, I haven't queried because I don't know if my writing is good or not. I haven't been able to find beta readers for feedback. I've done beta reading, but the authors aren't interested in reciprocating. They just want to be read. So I have to ask, just how important are beta readers? I'd love to have them, but I'm at a loss to find any.
That's stinky and not right.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that is often how it can be.
Yeah.
So just to talk briefly to that, I think there's two questions that we want to talk about here, like what to do if you don't have beta readers, but also when do you take the plunge? Am I doing this wrong?
No, you're right.
Okay.
I was thinking about the beta reader thing though, and I'm wondering if people look for critique groups versus beta readers, if that's a different way that writers look at it. Like there might be some looking for critique groups but not looking to be a beta reader. And so I think maybe looking for a critique group might be helpful.
I was going to say the exact same thing. I think for me, beta reader implies something different than critique partner does.
Yeah.
Beta reader, they're reading. And that's what they're asking you to do, and they're not asking to do the same for you. So I think when you think of critique partner, that's somebody who's interested in writing and building their book with you, with your feedback. So that might be the first distinction to make. The second thing is you kind of just have to make connections in the writing community and find your people. And I think once you have your people, it's a lot easier to keep building that relationship. So that would be my first suggestion for beta reading. Also consider those people not being in your family. If you are desperate for a beta reader, don't find a cousin or a mother or a father or a brother. Find somebody else. And I think that will help you feel a lot more confident in your novel.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask our viewers to help out if you know of resources to find a critique group or a beta reader. If you could share it in the comments, I think that would be great. Contacting any of the major writing organizations. And I would say if you're writing non-genre fiction for adults, but most of the organizations are like Mystery Writers of America, Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Writers in America, I think they would still work for you. There are a lot of people within those organizations who aren't necessarily writing to the exact specifications of the genre. So it might be a great place to start and explore for critique groups.
For sure. Yeah, that's really good advice. Also, your local library might have writing groups, things like that.
There's a ton of them online. It doesn't have to be people you can sit down with in person. I mean,
yeah,
it's 2022. Nothing has to be in person anymore.
No. The second part of this that I kind of wanted us to talk about a little bit is that I don't know if my writing is good enough bit. I think there's a lot to be said there about how you kind of will never know, right? Like, even if you get critique partners and you have these people tell you that they love your book and this is the things that you can fix and you fix it, I think you will still have that feeling of, I have no idea.
You know what? People who try to be fully prepared for anything in life never get anything done in life. You know, I never would have started BookEnds had I tried to know everything and been perfect before I started. I dove into this business without knowing what I didn't know. And truthfully, I don't know if I had a clue what I was doing. And that hasn't changed. Each step that I have worked to grow this company, not just as the leader of BookEnds, but also as a literary agent, I take on new books all the time that I think, damn, I love this book. Boy, I hope I can sell it.
I saw a TikTok where somebody was like, what's something that you learned as an adult or whatever? And the guy was like, nobody knows what they're doing. And everybody in the comments was like, oh, you know, people at the bottom know what they're doing and people at the top know what they're doing. And he made a follow-up video and he was like, I work in a creative industry. Nobody knows what they're doing in a creative industry. We're just trying to figure it out and make the best product. And I think that is really true in publishing, because even when you don't think something could work, it could work. Even if you're certain something will work, it might not. So I think the only thing that we can do and do fully is feel Like, we've gotten the book to the best that we can get it to be. And if you feel that you are there, sometimes the only option left is to send it out.
Yeah, writers love to throw shade at agents, you know, and in a very negative way of, well, so and so is rejected 500 times until one magical person discovered them and made them super rich and famous. Well, you know what? Nobody knew when they took on superstar author that they were going to be superstar author. No, Stephen King's first editor did not think, oh my God, this person is going to change the industry. They just thought, I really love this book and I hope readers do too.
And also, I hate that argument, like, towards an agent rejecting, because fine, I'm part of the 500. Like, it wasn't for me.
I'm
That's it.
also part of the one
Yeah.
that discovered the author that 500 didn't notice. It really balances it out. And I have taken on so many books with fingers crossed. I mean, everything. I say this all the time. Everything we do is a risk. Every book we take on is a risk because we don't know if editors will buy it. We don't know if readers will buy it. You just have to make a decision. If you want a career in this business or you want anything bad enough, I don't care if it's you want to be a chef or a race car driver. You don't know if you're ready until you do it. And then you're not going to be ready and you're going to learn the stuff you need to know to be able to do it better.
All right. So our 2 takeaways: find your people, take your plunge.
Good luck. You got this.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you back here next time.
Bye.